This is where you gave me the script of questions, but you're going to ask me a completely different set of questions to catch me off
Yeah,
guard.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, we got a whole set of gotcha questions
Yeah.
you're not get to see. So
Welcome back to a new edition of Coffee with the Mayor. New because this is our first episode of 2026. I'm Mayor Lou, and of course, this is Matt Stiles, our city administrator, and our guest today. We are so excited to have City Councilman Ronald Wilkins joining us today.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
I know that you took off some time probably from work to be here, and we really appreciate it, Ronald. As always, we start off the segment with the mayor's mug shots, and that's everybody gets a chance to say what's in your mug and why you chose that particular beverage. So I think we'll just start with you, Matt.
yeah. It's a classic for me. It's a decaf Americano, which is decaf espresso and water with cow milk.
Nice.
Whole cow milk.
I'm gonna give everybody 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count, but the mayor has coffee flavored coffee in his mug, if you can believe that.
It's good stuff.
I think you picked it up actually from Rhubarb this morning, and you said it had some connection to New Guinea. Papua New Guinea.
It's Papua New Guinea. The beans are from that origin, and it's the something executive blend or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm glad it was
fancy.
Headhunter blend.
No headhunters.
Yeah.
Don't shrink your heads.
Yeah,
Not today.
right. It won't. Yeah, I won't just all of a sudden go all Beetlejuice or something, right?
Oh, hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop it! Hey, you're messing up here! Come on! Whoa! Whoa! Stop it! Whoa! Hey, this might be a good look for me.
So, Ronald, what's in your mug?
I have a caramel macchiato.
Okay.
Because I'm the type of person where I find my one thing and then I stick to it.
Okay.
And so I like caramel. It's good flavor, and I don't get Americano because I got Americano one time with my wife, and I thought it was fancy coffee, but it's just black coffee. I didn't know that, and so I just stick away from it, and I just like some coffee with just a little bit of flavor in it. Don't like to jazz it up too
That's
much.
got quite a bit of, like
Nice.
those are pretty like sugary kind of things, aren't they? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's enough sugar to keep me going.
Keep you going, yeah.
Give me my sugar fix.
You gotta get your sugar in a little bit of caffeine.
Shout out again to Rhubarb Market. Sorry we couldn't be there today, but we're always glad to be there when we can. Great coffee, great atmosphere.
Yeah,
Sure.
good food too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Ronald, you mentioned your wife. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your family?
Well, yeah, I have my wife, Micah Wilkins. We've been together since 2017.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got married in 2019, and we have 2 children that keep me on my toes. And we're blessed to have a third on the way in May.
Nice.
So, yeah, no, Talia, she's 4, and then my son Ronald the third, call him JJ, he's 2. Gonna have Ophelia coming up in May.
Oh, fun.
And not Taylor Swift.
Okay.
We had our list
Okay.
of names
Yeah.
before Taylor came out with the song.
Okay.
And Ophelia was the next one up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're not be
Shakespearean,
explaining
then.
her entire life.
Yeah, you will.
Taylor Swift did not influence her name.
Well, maybe she owes you some royalties or something.
Yeah, potentially, right? I think that's something you should
I
pursue.
looked the list and figured, you know what, that'd be good for us.
Yeah.
About that.
That was about right. I
think
mean,
that's
she
right,
did try
yeah.
to invade our local politics.
It's
So-
true, yeah.
I
Taylor
think
Swift makes
she-
an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She did get 1 vote for city council this year,
Nice.
so that's pretty impressive.
that is. Why don't you share a little bit about your day-to-day outside of serving the city? I've had people ask me if the mayor was a full-time job, and some days it feels like a full-time job, but it's not. It's an opportunity to serve. So what goes on in your life outside of city council, and what keeps you inspired when you're not wearing your council hat?
Hey, well, I work full-time in McPherson Hospital. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, which a lot of people don't even know what that is. I work in the lab, and I do all the blood work that the medical providers order. Urine, blood, sputum. I see it all, really.
Yeah.
My day involves either putting it on the analyzer to run the test, or I got to look at it manually. So it is some pretty hands-on work. It's not complete automation yet. I feel like about 80% of my time is spent fixing analyzers though. Because I feel like in all jobs you have machinery that just likes to not work sometimes. I also work PRN at Wesley on some weekends, but when I'm not working, spend time with the family. And I'm more of a homebody. A lot of it is my wife will want to go somewhere, typically Wichita, and then dragging me out the house to go to it. So that's what I love. I love spending time with my family. It's honestly one of the best things I've ever done. Have a family and be able to spend time with them and watch them grow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, well, they're a good looking bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I mean, when I do have some free time, I do different projects around the house. I have a gold wing that's on my list of restoring, actually. And I think it's the 1982. I also got a chicken coop. Chicken coop. It is finally in its final stages of being done. Then the chickens are going to go in it. And then
like a chicken mansion.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted one that give them plenty of room to do their thing. So yeah. And then other than that, when I have time to sit, I just like to play with video games. That's my meat.
What are you playing right now?
It's a survival game. It's called Medieval Dynasty.
Medieval Dynasty.
Medieval Dynasty.
Okay. PC?
Yeah, it's PC.
Okay.
Well, it's like a city builder.
Okay.
Which coincidentally.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So city builder, basically got my town and getting it running and basically keeping it all from falling apart.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
well, that's very on brand for that,
yeah,
isn't it?
So I guess I'm working even when I'm not here.
Yeah, right. You're always doing it. Speaking of chickens, what got you initially interested and motivated into working in local government or coming into local government?
Yeah, it kind of, the chips just fell into place, really. It was because of those chickens. I wanted chickens. I don't know why. I had this weird idea that it's kind of fun to do some homesteading. And, chickens are a good way to start. And we moved here and my wife said, well, we'll have to look it up because sometimes they're not allowed.
Right.
And the next sentence out of my mouth was, well, this is Hillsboro. It's a rural town. Why wouldn't it be allowed? And then sure enough, looked into it and yeah, they were against the ordinance. And talking to just different people around town and coworkers, they said, oh, well, it's not enforced, so you can just get it anyway. Plenty of people in town have them. And I said, well, I don't really want to do it illegally. I'd rather
black market chickens.
Yeah. I don't really want black market eggs. So, I did some research and got a hold of you to do a presentation to the council, and I mean, I think it went well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get a lot of PowerPoints from community people.
Yeah, no, pretty good PowerPoint. I did quite a bit of research around the surrounding area and different communities and bigger cities to see what they would allow and formulated it all together, did a PowerPoint, and afterwards the chicken ordinance did get corrected. So people can now legally have chickens, which whether they know it or not.
But no roosters.
Yeah, no roosters.
No roosters. We don't do roosters.
Afterwards, Mayor Lou came up to me because my predecessor, David Lowen, was looking to step down and asked if I'd be interested, and I figured, you know what, I'll give it a shot. So I haven't looked back since. So,
well, I'm glad you did give it a shot because you've done a great job on the council. Very much appreciate your thoughtfulness, just like you put into that original PowerPoint. You approach every opportunity for service with the community in the same way, very thoughtful, deliberate way, which I'm not exactly that kind of person all the time. I tend to operate a little bit from the emotional side of the spectrum, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I always appreciate somebody that's a little thoughtful and thinks things through. So that's great. What are some of the most pressing issues or opportunities that you see facing our community right now? Are there specific causes, besides chickens, of course, that have your focus or support right now?
I mean, I feel like with most communities, housing is a pretty big issue, and a little bit more personal for me because it took a while to even find a home when we were looking to settle here into Hillsboro. And I'm happy that we've been able to get quite a bit of housing development done between Mennonite Housing and with the Driggers project. I think housing is pretty big because it also forms the the framework of the community, and it's not just about getting people in here, but it's about helping your community grow and expand. Without proper housing, it's hard to do that. You can't really get new people in, or even when you have, your young adults that are looking to settle. If you don't have any housing for them, they'll go elsewhere. It also motivates businesses to come in, and it helps drive amenities like bowling alleys or public pools and golf courts. And housing is definitely a crucial need for Hillsboro that we have worked through. But it's always more to be done, though.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So I know that you're one of our council people who is particularly interested in connecting with residents, and you've done quite a bit of stuff to be kind of active out in that area. So how would you describe your approach to connecting with people and kind of what that looks like between communication wise for City Hall?
Believe it or not, I'm not a people person. Just going out and putting myself out there to be in the limelight isn't necessarily what I like to do. I'm more of a wallflower, and I enjoy that. And it's easier for me to analyze about doing that. But I figured with this role that I was going to be doing, it's important to get out of my comfort zone, and I didn't just want to be a faceless name. That's just on the ballot every time that people vote for. I wanted people to know that we do care, because I think there's also that dissonance where part of it's fueled by the federal level, where there's that disconnect. We're not worried about what's happening in the community and whatnot, but we are. We live here. Every ordinance that we pass affects us. We're not giving ourselves exemptions out of it or anything like that. And so part of that engagement is just getting out, and I've done a couple. My first event, I went door to door knocking on things to get their public opinion for an issue, and I think what I have found works better for me, I set up a little table at Dale's for their cycling issue, and I think that works better. It's a localized spot where they can come and talk to me, and a lot of traffic, and I got into contact with you to get comment cards as well. That's been helpful. I give them a comment card, and they can write down any grievances that they have, and say, I'll take it back and I'll try to get you an answer. And I say it may not be an answer that you like, but it'll be an answer in the very least. And and part of what I'm also trying to do is get some transparency too, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion about what we do and how we pass things and why we do it, and that leads to some misinformation. I don't believe that it's malicious, but people can just take their opinions and roll with that instead of the actual truth of what we're doing. And so a lot of that is I'm trying to help be that bridge between the community and the local government, so that they can at least know what's going on.
And some people, just based on their communication style or whatever that is, if you didn't tell them directly, they act like it's not been out there. And then there's a lot of distrust in government. We're in that pendulum swing back to that right now. And a lot of that stems from the federal government, kind of works its way down to here. But building that trust is what you're talking about. And, just making sure that everybody kind of understands what we do. It's tricky. It's a hard job.
It's a very hard job, and I feel like an extra challenge, whether it's all in my head or not. Being a transplant and more introverted, I do feel like I'm kind of working on the back foot to try to get connected in the community. And this is the great community. They've been very welcoming to me. I haven't had any issues here, but I guess my own thoughts that I just gotta get out there and have the people know just who I am, and so that they also feel comfortable coming to me for things as well. Because since I didn't grow up with them and whatnot, I feel like there might be some hesitation with wanting to approach me. So I just want to tell people, hey, you can reach me anytime. I have my city email. I check it daily, and have my phone as well. So,
well, they're not all advantages, because sometimes you have to live down some of the dumb things you did when you were a kid. So that's been my situation, I can tell you. And I'm sure some of the folks watching this episode will know what I'm talking about, and we'll say no more.
Say no more, right? But even you're not from around here, though.
That's
right?
true. I came in the 4th grade.
So,
So I'm not from here.
You're not from here.
I had to marry in. I tell people all the time that my job when I came to Hillsboro was to put branches on the tree.
Not all trunk, right?
Can't all be trunk. It's got to have some branches, if it wants to be healthy, right? And so bringing people in from other places with different perspectives, that's really important, especially to a small community like ours. And so appreciate your perspective that you bring. You ask a lot of questions, a lot of good questions during the meetings. I'll again plug to anyone watching this that all of our city council meetings are not only televised live, but are also taped for viewing later. So if you want to know what's going on, we try to give people as many opportunities as we can to plug into that and see what's going on, who said what. We talked a little bit earlier about rumors and things, that get out there.
Yeah.
One of the latest rumors that I've had to tamp down a little bit, somehow somebody got it in mind that we have given O'Reilly's $300,000 to come to Hillsboro. And that came out of the story in the newspaper when they got their building permit.
Yeah.
And they said they were going to spend $300,000 renovating. That somehow that became the city gave them $300,000. And the fact is that we gave them nothing.
$0. Charged them for
it's
that.
Not
$300,000 actually.
It's not that we don't want to welcome them to the community, because we do, just like anybody from new to the community, we want to welcome them, but we weren't out there searching for them either. This country, if you're going to have the freedom to succeed, there also has to be the freedom to fail. And, I lived through that actually with my parents and their business. And so I understand how that works, but I wouldn't trade it for anywhere else. We have the greatest country in the world. And quite honestly, I think we are living in the greatest community in the greatest state inside that greatest country. So how's that?
The greatest street in the greatest.
That's right. 100%. So that said, Ronald, what do you think encourages, or what do you think would encourage more people to get involved in public affairs, especially young folks? I mean, us OGs, right? We've got to have you next gen folks getting involved. And I know, I tapped on your shoulder and you answered the call, which I will be always forever grateful. But, how do we get other young folks like yourself involved?
They just got to get out there, and I feel like coming to the meetings or watching the meetings in any type of way, because we have the different avenues where they can watch them be involved in that way, is going to be the best. Volunteering is nice, or if they want, they can try to run for public office if they have the good intentions behind it and want to understand, not just come in and want to change stuff, because there's a balance with it. But come to the meetings or watch the meetings so that you can know what's going on in your local community. And I feel like, especially with young people, there's just this air of, oh, I don't have to worry about that. It doesn't affect me. But it really does, not just when you buy a home or you're sending your kids to school, but the decisions that we make do affect you. It's prudent to be aware of those decisions.
Do you think once you became a husband and father, that may have affected a little bit of how what your thoughts are in that regard?
It definitely did. And that's why I mentioned my earlier points of not when you're just buying a home and sending your kids to school, but there's also this air of you end up indirectly getting involved in your local government or in the local affairs when you have to start thinking about that stuff. You start caring about property taxes, and then you have to pay those property taxes. And you care about the school board when they're going to be making decisions that are affecting your kids. And that's on me as well, because I didn't get that involved until it started mattering to me. But definitely getting involved and becoming aware beforehand is important. Having all the information as soon as possible so that when you get to that point.
I think we've done a disservice to our young people and generations. I'm just as guilty as anybody else that we haven't educated people well enough about what local government does. You interact with us every day. You're interacting with us right now because we have our own electrical utility. So these lights, these cameras, all this stuff. water, sewer, streets, all the things that you interact with every day, it just sort of gets taken for granted, which is kind of by design by us.
Yeah.
If it works and it's not a problem, you don't think about it. That's what we want, we want that to be sort of flawless. Yeah, we just haven't really done a great job with that. If you go to, when we used to go to government, well, you still do, you still go talk to the government classes. That the local government's not talked about at all. They spend all their time talking about federal government. Even in my, educational history, we didn't spend a lot of time on local government. It was always state or federal government. So we've kind of done ourselves a disservice about that. And again, part of that's by design, I think, but we're working on it here, right? We're going to work on it.
Yeah, we are. And it is unfortunate because I took government class and it was purely on the federal. I don't think we touched local at all.
Probably not.
And again, the local, frankly, they're making decisions that's going to affect your day-to-day more than what the federal does. So yeah, it is a disservice. And I do think, since, like you mentioned earlier, with the pendulum swinging into the distrust of the government, we're also getting into this mindset that just all government is bad.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
Right.
You need someone to manage your streets, manage your utilities, manage your water. I can't do that. I don't think I could dig a well in my backyard and start anything. So I mean, it is a bit unfortunate, and I'm hoping we'll get back into the era of actually caring about government more and not just getting into this sense of anarchy and
just screaming at one another.
Just throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and when you have some corrupt officials just assuming that the entire system is corrupt instead of the individuals.
Yeah, that's a fair point, and a good transition, because you've got something new that we're working on, or you're working on with Callie. That's going to be kind of an community engagement show similar to what we do here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's coming up, Ronald?
Yeah, and this was just an idea that, just because I'm a glutton for punishment and just putting myself out there, this was an idea that I had to, again, be that bridge and help give some transparency to what we do and how cities function and what goes on in the background to keep things going. Mission Municipal with Ronald Wilkins, and my goal is to interview different staff in the different departments so that they can tell us about how their average day goes, what the challenges are, what other things that the public just don't know. When your power goes out at 3 o'clock in the morning, how does it get turned back on?
Right.
So are you gonna dirty jobs this? Are you gonna go out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna go flip
get out there.
breakers?
Yeah, I'm gonna go flipping breakers and holding some what they call it, sewer logs. That's the goal, because getting that first-hand experience and translating that to the public so that they can have an idea of what's going on. And I think we're gonna have a shocking first episode.
Shocking first episode.
Okay.
Shocking first.
Wow, that's a teaser right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we sure will. I'm anxious to see what you got. That's awesome.
It'll be good. It'll be a fun show.
Yeah.
Hopefully educate people about what goes on a given day.
Hopefully, because it's not easy, and I feel like people come up, they pay their light bill, and they walk off, and there's a lot that goes behind it. It's not just as simple as we charge and then you pay us.
Right.
Yeah, nobody knows what it's really about until they're standing up to their waist in a trench in water, and it's minus 20 degrees, and you're out there trying to fix a broken water line at 3 a.m. You and I have similar views relative to the staff that we have and the things that we need to do from a leadership perspective, a governmental leadership perspective, to support those folks. Because, without them, who's going to do it, right? I mean, it isn't going to be you. Is it going to be me? I keep wanting to go into a Few Good Men routine here, going to Jack Nicholson.
You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded. Who's going to do it? You?
People can't handle the truth, but I think they can. I think
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
can
They
handle
can.
the truth.
Yeah.
And, we want to make sure that we're certainly providing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and mentioning the staff, I just, I have so much respect for what our staff does, because it's a hard job. There's not a lot of them, and there's a lot of cooperation between the different departments, especially when major issues come up. And I think that's fantastic, especially again taking it up to the federal level where you have your two different sides that can't even come together for minor things. Just the amount of cooperation that the local level is able to do and has to do and able to, in order to function,
Yeah.
I think is just fantastic.
Yeah. So I think that leads us up to another one of Callie's creative sections here, and
Yes,
then
sir.
we're gonna call this one is called Civic Buzzword. So we're gonna take a little break and get set up, and we're gonna play a little thing Callie calls Civic Buzzword. Does that sound exciting?
It does.
Oh,
I'm
doesn't it? I'm looking forward to it.
The buzzword is state.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep, we're ready.
Iconic New York skyscraper.
Empire State Building.
What are you wearing, Jake, from
State Farm.
the President's annual televised
State of the
speech?
Union.
Your mental headspace.
Pass.
The current situation or circumstances regarding an issue or activity.
State of Affairs.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna allow that.
All right.
When a territory becomes official, it earns.
Statehood.
Topeka, Kansas is one.
Oh, state capital.
Emotionally spent. Phrase.
Which one we spend? Pass.
The most advanced, high-quality product on the market.
State of the art.
Number 4, your mental headspace.
Pass again.
Number 8,
Yeah.
emotionally spent.
State of mind.
Yep.
State of mind.
And number 8 again.
Emotionally spent.
I just can't come up with that one either.
Emotionally
Okay,
Emotionally spent. Okay.
passing. So what was it?
In no state. You're in no state to do that.
Fair enough.
Okay,
So-
so
Hey,
That-
7 to 1.
yeah, 7-1. Now Ronald gets to read the questions.
the buzzword is power, Mr. KPP.
Okay.
When the lights go out,
Power outage.
drills, saws, and other motorized instruments.
Power tools.
A pair of influential people together.
Power couple.
When no one side dominates, there is a
Power vacuum.
no. When no one side dominates, there is a
Stalemate. Pass.
fast and short-lived state of sleep.
Power nap.
Establishing 3 branches of government was a
Division of power.
I'll accept it. Separation of powers. A car's engine strength is measured in
Horsepower.
energy created from the splitting of atoms.
Atomic power. Nuclear power.
There we go. A person's fame or celebrity influence. 4. When no one side dominates, there is a
Power imbalance. Power vacuum. Power.
when no one side dominates, there is a
Power balance.
balance of power.
Balance power.
And then number 9, a person's fame or celebrity influence.
Celebrity power. Star power.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So I got 7, you got 2. The buzzword is public.
Okay.
Most wanted criminal.
Public enemy.
Government funded education.
Public school.
Overdue books and card renewals.
Public library.
A traditional English pub is abbreviated for
Public. Pass.
buses, trains, metro stations, and bike sharing.
Public transportation.
Internet access without needing a password.
Public Wi-Fi.
NPR is an acronym for
National Public Radio.
social media, event planning, and the art of shaping how others see you.
Public Affairs. Public.
No. Close.
Public. Skip it.
PDA tends to make people feel uncomfortable.
Public displays of affection.
Okay, back to 4. A traditional English pub is an abbreviation for. Okay,
Ronald?
a traditional English pub is an abbreviation for.
Pass.
Okay, number 8. Social media, event planning, and the art of shaping how others see
Is that
you.
public relations?
It is.
All right, now back to number 4.
A traditional English pub is an abbreviation for.
Publicities.
Tough one.
All right, public house.
Oh, public house.
And what do they call the operator of said public house? A publican.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh.
a publican.
I had Ronald down at 8. I had Lou at 8, and I had me at 9.
Dang.
Just
Ronald, that's what public house, man.
Public house. I did not have that.
public house.
Public house.
Wow.
It's your
Okay.
third space, is what
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh yeah.
Your third space, yeah.
All right.
Public house.
Well, that was fun. Well, that's going to take us to the end of another edition of Coffee with the Mayor. Ronald, we're so thankful that you could make time today to join us, and we're looking forward to what was that again?
Mission Municipal.
Mission Municipal. Do we know when that first episode is going to come out yet, or
February. Yes.
February? All right,
February.
we'll be looking for that.
Yep.
And it's going to be shocking. Is that what you
Shocking. All right.
Hopefully, it should be a very shocking first episode.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, I think I know.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you're a brave man.
Okay.
This is my stewardship.
You're doing the Lord's work there, buddy.
All right. So, we always give our guests an opportunity to plug social media. If there's a way that people can connect, you mentioned earlier, through the city website. Obviously,
Yeah.
you can connect with you via email that way. But
Yep.
is there any other ways that people can connect or
Well,
can find you out there?
so I don't really use social media whatsoever, really. So yeah, I
But
mean,
if
I
people
guess
want to get a hold of you
Yeah.
via phone, they can call City
Right.
Hall.
yeah,
And
We
the
can-
message will connect back
Will
to you.
connect.
Yeah.
You will be notified
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
other than that, no, just my city email really.
Which is
rwilkins@cityofhillsboro.net.
Nice. And of course, you can always connect with Coffee with the Mayor via our YouTube channel or on Spotify. And we encourage you to get those likes out there and subscribe to either or both of those venues. And join us next time. This episode will drop the final Friday of this month. In between now and then, we've got a few days, but Callie's got her editing work cut out for her. Again, we're so thankful for having you join us for another edition of Coffee with the Mayor. Stay caffeinated, Hillsboro, and we'll keep you updated.
And you got to remember for YouTube, you got to say comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can get notified.
Smash that like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, consider becoming a paid member.
It's on our Patreon. You
I
can
now,
get it for-
just again reminding me why we got next gen. Yeah, us OGs,
OGs, yeah,
boomers, OG boomers. We'll see you next time.